Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Ruyard and I'm going to show you a video on how to set up your reading goal for your students for Accelerated Reader or AR. To do that, make sure you're logged into your Schoology course that you're going to be using AR for. In this case, all my classes are linked. So once I set this up once, it'll linked in all my classes. So what you do is you simply go to the Renaissance Learning option here on the left side. And a new window will pop up. After this, go to Accelerated Reader, Independent Reading, Set Goals for Books. And in the drop-down menu, choose Record Book and Goals. And once you've activated all your goals for the points for each of your periods, it'll look like this, but let me show you what it looks like when you first see it. So this class I have not activated, so you will see these options. Of course, we are a middle school, so you want to choose the grade 6 plus. It even says suggested for this class. Leave this alone because you want them to be able to choose a book within a certain range and not at a book level goal. So leave that alone and turn on goals. Then see goals. I'm going to turn this one because I got it. Once you see this, once it's activated, now each student now has so many points that they will owe you based on the STAR assessment test they took. So each student it is differentiated for each student. It even shows their reading range that they will be reading from. I would recommend asking them to read within that range, or they can, as an option, go above it. But if they read within this range and take a quiz on any book that they read within this range, they have an 85% or better chance of passing the test. However, if they read above it, their chance of passing a quiz is lesser because they're reading a book that's a little out of their range. On the other hand, I do not allow students to read below the lowest number. So for example, this student is not allowed to read a book below 3.3. If I see it in my report, I flag it and tell them that, or I can even delete that quiz and tell them to retake a book. But I really want them reading in this range or higher if they want to. And for this student owes me 14.4 points. Now, realistically, they're not going to get 14.4, so I always encourage them to go just a little higher, so at least the next highest whole number, so 15. So this student would owe me 15 points. For grading, it's really simple. You just look at this percentage that they've completed. So for progress report card, you look at how many points that they've earned. You can put a grade in there for that moment. But if you're doing this for the semester, and this is what I would do, I would recommend this goal is for the entire semester. Then this is the grade you would give them at the final grade in December. So if they've read all of their points, then that should be 100%. If they've met only 75% of their points, then that's the grade you would give them in a separate learning target column that we discussed in our English department meeting. And that's how you would give them the grade. It's really that easy. So again, their range and based on their points that they will owe you, and this is the grade you give them here. And it'll look like this. And this is based on 15 minutes per day. You can edit the goals. I don't recommend you change anything in here. Leave the average percentage alone. Based on 15 minutes, if you want to change it, you can, but I don't recommend that. And just leave it alone. This is the default. And you want the full ZPD, not, you don't want to go like moderate to low range or anything like that. Just leave that alone as well. So I'm going to hit cancel and delete changes because we didn't make any. And that's it. And then once again, you're ready to start giving grades. So you have to do is go back to this report and just look at that percentage. And that's the grade you give them. And this will change again in spring. Once we take the middle of the year test, then the goals will change, the points will change that they will owe, and you will let them know that, they'll be aware of that, and then you start all over again based on how many points that they owe you now for the spring semester. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. My email address is r.rouillard@lausd.net, or just get a hold of me and I'd be more than help you set this up and go through it. Hopefully that helps.